Well, it's the 5th of November 22, and I finally come back up to Amulree. I was getting rather exhausted sitting and staring at a computer screen, and also the weather's been quite dull, as you know. Although I've come through the glen, and there's some pretty good inversion cloud. It would have been quite a good day to be on the lower Grampian slopes down above Strathern to see the rolling inversion cloud move away, but it was quite unexpected to see that, and it cleared quite well just past Fendoch. I've come back to say hello to my tree. Hi, Boo Boo. Hello. Hey, Boo Boo. And he's still got, or she, I should say, has still got some leaf on top, as you can see. So, a couple of more frosts and that will go. I think we'll get a frosty spell. Well, certainly, well, it's been quite a jump, hasn't it, from the temperate autumn we were having to this reminder that we've got a few months of anything that can happen in Scottish winter. And as I said already, I think we'll get plentiful snow. I've got a feeling, at least. We'll see what happens. But, so I'm not making a long vlog. I just really came up to say hello to the birch tree, and also just to get a wee bit out the house. Might go and get some fuel or something like that, just to pass away an hour while it's daylight. And I really need to get back on doing some mountain work, because I've failed my mission to get started properly, and I don't want to get too late with that. Another problem I've seemed to have of recent, I think I'm going off my fucking head. I don't know why it started, but I can't get rid of it. And it's the start of the ITN news, not the one that I have presently, but the one that used to be news at 10. I think I've mentioned it in one of my vlogs previously at some point from the 70s, but certainly I think you can probably look it up on YouTube, ITN introduction from the 70s. Newsreaders would be Reginald Bosanquet, I think his name was, and Sandy Gall. There were other ones, but these are the two prominent ones I remember. And just the chimes of Big Ben at 10 o'clock and this dramatic music. Well, I seem to be playing it in a loop in my brain just now. Well, not just going through my brain, I'm actually humming it and singing it. Well, you know what I mean? I'm and it doesn't matter if I'm having my breakfast or on the toilet or even making love. I seem to be doing this all the time, and it's become a nuisance. I'm going to have a word with my GP and see what you can suggest. It's quite well. I don't want it to become habit forming, because if you're standing in a fucking supermarket queue and I don't know what it's coming. It just seems to have happened, and it's very difficult. It must have come in during my sleep and stuck around in my brain. That's all I can think. I must have been dreaming about it, and it's just stayed there. That sometimes happens, doesn't it? Your dreams. One thing I should say, I mean, I did mention it, probably one of the last vlogs I did before I disappeared for a week. I mentioned about the new moon in Scorpio and the moon reaching its fullness for the 8th of November. Well, I said already the 8th of November was a very auspicious date. Well, this full moon is actually an eclipse as well. It's a lunar eclipse on the 8th of November. So there's a lot happening in the sky in 3 days' time. I think there's going to be quite a shift. quite a shift in people's consciousness and thoughts and how they perceive what the fuck's happening at the moment. Because I just think everyone seems to be awful lackadaisical, just seem to accept that we've been taking the piss about everything. And I can't actually understand why people accept, their electric bill has risen by 300%, and it's, oh, well, that's okay. There's so many. Well, I'm not going to go through every single thing that niggles me, because I don't want to be. This is not a political channel, or it's not really a channel for fucking voice and things. But what I'm saying is, people just seem to accept it, and that's why it keeps happening. Because it's like, well, if they're prepared to pay 100% more for the pasta at the like I did a week ago, then that's why they're putting it up at 100 to 100%. Well, there should be 10% of inflation, so I don't know where they get the 100%. So paying anything above 10% extra on anything means you are stupid. So I kind of fell into the category of being stupid myself that day in Waitrose. However, I did say that the increase of 100% wasn't 100% in well, since the last time I stocked up with pasta, so that was about 2 years ago. I always check the sell-by dates, or the use-by dates, but they're totally irrelevant when it comes to things like sugar and pasta and flour and honey and stuff like that, you know. It can last forever. And even tin foods with use-by dates, you know, they're... So what I'm saying really is just very swiftly, because I've got other vlogs that I'm busy on. I don't want to be fucking chatting away too long and making this is take a note of mentally take a note, or actually write down the prices the next time you're in any of these shops, and then when you go back and if the price has gone up by more than 10%, then just challenge the management and say, why is this going up 12% or 61% for this item? Could you tell me, or you know, maybe ask for a breakdown? Or it's like someone said, it's like council tax. If you phone your local council and you say to them, I'm sure this is a true story, where a guy kept on putting pressure on his council to come up with how they work out his council tax. You know, how they actually base the figure. Do you know, if you go and buy something like a vehicle, normally it's a kind of breakdown on the costs involved and what, you know, anything you do. But the council tax was they couldn't provide any constructive answer for this guy. So he kept on writing to them and said, well, I'm not paying until you tell me what how you've achieved this figure. And I think he's right enough. It's too easy just to say, oh, here's a pie chart with how the money's spent. But you need to actually go and get a breakdown of these figures individually themselves. So take the pie chart, take a 6% slice of the budget and say, could you send me figures so that I can actually sit down and work these out, and then I can work out why you're charging me this amount in council tax, so that I can see exactly where every penny is going. But they won't, because they're ripping you off. They just put a standard amount on everyone's head. Like pasta. 85 cents for pasta in Italy, and it's fucking nearly £2 here. Yeah, fuck this.